Rune Factory 2, the second entry in the Story of Seasons spin-off series Rune Factory. There were a lot of issues with the original Rune Factory title that I mostly chalked up to being the first entry in an experimental IP, so I had hoped and assumed the second entry would take a lot of those issues and make them better. Sadly, they did not. In fact, this game's the definition of one step forward, two steps backwards. And now I don't know what to say. There's a lot to say, but like, a lot to not say, you know? It's like there are all these cool things, bad things, horrible things, and do you hear different music? Oh, Kamen Rider Ryuki! Oh, what a show! A battle royale Kamen Rider where every rider must fight in order to survive. Trapped in this game by the mysterious Odin, each rider is taking part in this game for their own reasons. And man, the characters of Ryuki are just really something else, and to learn and to see all of their reasons as to why they're—
Gamma, what are you doing?
I'm talking about Kamen Rider Ryuki. Why?
This is the Rune Factory 2 video, remember?
Rune Factory 2. Rune Factory 2. Oh, right! Yeah, I'm sorry. Right, Rune Factory 2. So, yeah, the story of Rune Factory 2 starts off pretty similarly to the previous entry. You're an amnesiac who wakes up in a new setting with no memory or why you came here in the first place. And then you are conscripted more or less to run the farm for, well, reasons, I guess. I guess you can count your blessings. This is how you ended up, huh? This is going to be a real test of your mettle. Count. Metals. Metals. Counting the metals.
You count the metals, 1, 2, and 3, life goes on, anything goes, coming up, boom!
Kamen Rider O's. Oh, this is such a good show. Our hero Yeji is a drifter who is not an amnesiac, gets dragged into some ancient conflict between mankind and the Greed. Well, not all of the Greed are evil. Ankh is pretty hot, but that's besides the point, and where was I going with this?
Gamma! Rune Factory 2!
Right! Rune Factory 2. But Kamen Rider O's is so good, though!
Gamma, you're not a Kamen Rider YouTuber. You're a Rune Factory tuber.
I am? Well, if you say so, and, well, some people seem to think I am too, I guess. So yeah, Rune Factory 2. This game is kinda weird because it does this generational system, so like, the first 10 or so hours of the game, you're just playing the tutorial that can make any Story of Seasons game blush, and then once you're out of that long tutorial and have a child, you're thrown into the second generation. It's a weird train this game makes you go on. Will the next stop on this train be the past or the future, though? Wait. Kamen Rider Den-O. Man, Den-O was just so much fun to watch and just a treat completely. The plot can be a bit convoluted at times, but honestly, why does that matter when you have the Taros? Oh man, this show is just a train ride through time with the boys and everyone's favorite pal Deneb. This show is a real story of the value of friendship and how no matter how much time goes on, there will be someone there for you and all these other cool things I'm trying to be cut off of.
Gamma, seriously, what are you doing?
Oh man, but Kamen Rider Den-O was just so good. I really do miss that show, and I would love to go back and watch it.
You're supposed to be talking about Rune Factory 2. You know, the game people have wanted you to talk about for over a year?
Oh, right. Well, to be honest, I'm having a real hard time putting down my feelings into words for this game. I just can't get it.
That's why I'm here to drive you back on course. You can't keep putting this video off.
Drive. Oh, that's right! All you need is drive!
Gamma, no!
Start your engine!
God, Kamen Rider Drive, what a show! Like, seriously! This is everything I would want in a police drama as well as a Kamen Rider, or any type of superhero show to begin with. Like, the characters of this show are really, really good, and they bring it together so well, and Shinosuke is an amazing protagonist. The fact they gave the belt its own character made it even more enjoyable, giving him a mentor of sorts. Oh man, there's probably only one Kamen Rider I've watched so far that is better than this, and that's...
Alright, Gamma, you've had your fun. Get back on topic.
But...
No. The sooner you finish this video and put it out, the sooner you can work on something else.
I guess you're right. Alright, so Rune Factory 2. Honestly, the entire generational system is a really good idea because it does open up a lot of interesting ideas for the game. as you're able to view the world you're in age around you as your kid grows old enough to be played as. Well, I would say that, but the fact that no one around you really grows up or has any real character development just fills me with fear and pain. But you know what doesn't? Oh man, Kamen Rider Kuga. Kuga was a modern day revival of the series back in like 2001, and man, did this really set a standard. I'm talking about grade A Kino tier police drama that just so happens to be a Kamen Rider show. Yusuke Godai is such a good character that I can't help but smile whenever that dork is on screen. To see his fight against the Grongi grow across the series is really something else, and honestly, this is probably one of the greatest shows of all time.
Is this why the video hasn't been done? You've just been watching Kamen Rider for the last year and a half?
Yes.
Unbelievable. Would you really talk about anything that isn't Rune Factory 2?
Yes, Rune Factory 2 is a video game.
You're not wrong, but you have to finish it someday.
You know, you're right. I will. After we finish watching Kamen Rider X-Aid!
Gam, I swear to God.